Ultimately, will Major League Baseball owners approve relocation like they have to if this is going to follow through? If the A's are going to move to Las Vegas, they will need 75% across the board of big league owners to say yes. That leaves a handful of teams, more than a handful of teams, that would have to say no for this not to happen. And to be quite honest, if you're looking right now for the only way that this doesn't happen, there's other ways. But this would be the main way. Because this is how it's happened before for other pro sports teams. A sale had been enacted or had taken place on paper, but it always has to be approved by the league, by the owners. And sometimes they say, no, this is not going to happen. Now, I don't know if that's even a possibility. I'm not even suggesting that it is or isn't a possibility. I don't want to put words in anybody's mouth. I have no clue what the other 29 teams will do in a vote like this. I'm just saying it's a question. Will all the owners across the board, or will enough of them, say yes to approve relocation with a 75% yes vote? And again, I am saying this, of all the things that could derail the A's moving to Las Vegas, that this is probably the biggest and only one that will keep them in the city of Oakland at this point, I think. How about Rob Manfred's promise of no relocation fees for the Oakland A's? Now, he said that several months back. And at that point, I don't know that Las Vegas was as tangible as it is now. I really don't know that the A's had this site picked out. Remember, there were 3 sites everybody discussed: the Rio, the Tropicana, and the Festival Grounds. Turns out none of them are what's being discussed here in this final stage. So I don't know that they really had their sights narrowed in. Now they obviously do. They've shown us where the land is. They've told us how they're going to pay for it. They've really spelled out all the business deals and politically what they expect from Clark County and from the state of Nevada. But is Rob Manfred going to still say, hey, you know that $2 billion that we would charge most teams to move? We won't charge you. Now, how would all the other teams see that? It's about a $70 million bonus to all the other teams that they would not be getting if there's no relocation fee. And it would cost the A's at some point $2 billion to move, in addition to $1.5 billion for the stadium. I also want to be fair. It is my understanding that the $2 billion could be spread out across multiple decades. So don't think of it all in one $2 billion payment. But it would cut into the A's revenue. It would incur additional cost to them every single year if they're paying, $70 million for almost 30 years. There you go. That's a significant cost, an operating cost to a team. So will Rob Manfred keep his promise that he made to the A's, or will things change? Because that could also alter this.